Hey guys, it's Mrs. MacPhail. Today we're going to be working on some word problems and how to solve them. So I'm going to call my flow map here word problems. And there's a few steps that I want you to do whenever you do word problems because sometimes we have a tendency to blow right through them really fast and we don't really know what's going on. They're kind of like a story and you have to put them in your own words to really understand what's going on. And Mr. Nutty loves word problems, so he hopes that you get to love them as much too. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to slow down and work slow. The slower you work, the more you're going to understand it. The next thing you're going to do is read the first sentence. Usually word problems have more than one sentence, so we're going to break it down bit by bit. All right? After we read the first sentence, we are going to stop in the name of the squirrel and think. We're going to put our thinking caps on, and we are going to put it in our own words so we can really understand what's going on in the story. After that, if there's more than one sentence, which there usually is, read the second sentence. Read it slowly so you understand it. Then again, you are going to, I gotta move my thing. Stop and think. Put it in your own words. What are they trying to tell you? What's the word problem about? What's the problem? And then you're going to read the question. Now sometimes after you read the question, you're going to have to read it again because there might be extra information. And sometimes when we do word problems, the people who write the word problems like to be tricky and they're going to put in this extra stuff that you don't need to know. So you kind of have to be a detective to figure out what information do you need to know and what extra information do you not need to know, all right? Here's a list of math keywords, just an example of them. I couldn't put all of them on here, but these are some keywords to look for in your word problem that will tell you what operation to do, whether you need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So we're going to do a word problem together today, and we're going to look for the keyword to see what operation we need to do. So here's my word problem. Mr. Nutty, let's go back. So first I'm just going to go slow and read it through the first statement, so the first sentence. Mr. Nutty had 352 watermelons. Okay, so I read it, and to me it sounds like he has a whole bunch of watermelons. Okay, let's go on to the next sentence. Pete the prairie dog had 295 watermelons. All right, let's stop there and let's think to ourselves. Okay, so Mr. Nutty had a bunch of watermelons, and it sounds like Pete the prairie dog also has a bunch of watermelons. Let's go on to the next sentence, which is our question. How many in total did they have? So I need to find how many watermelons they both had. So if I look at my little chart again of my words, and if I look for the word total, because to me it seems like, that was a mistake. To me it seems like total. How many in total? Sounds like a keyword to me. So let's go look at our chart here. And lucky for me, I find total over here. So it looks like I have to add. And it looks like I have two numbers already that I could add. 352, 295. So I'm going to add. And one of the important things to do too is to make sure that my answer makes sense. And I'm going to put a label on it too. So does my answer make sense? Mr. Nutty had 352 watermelons. Pete the prairie dog had 295 watermelons. How many in total did they have? To me, it makes sense that they have a larger number than they would each have individually.